Facebook Live from the University of Sewing, and I'm Denise. If I'm here solo, you guys may have guessed that means Margaret is on the road. She is off speaking to the American Sewing Guild, I believe. I might have that wrong, but I think that's where she is, and I'm sure she's going to have a wonderful time. You guys all know how fun it is to spend your time with like-minded people, people that you have so much in common with that inspire you, and maybe you inspire them a little bit. So I know Margaret's going to have a fantastic afternoon with them. Of course, as always, we miss her and Dave when they're not here. This morning I've got my lovely partner Pat, not my personal Pat, my buddy Pat who works here in the shop as my cameraman. My personal Pat is otherwise occupied. So I appreciate Pat Miller for filling in as my camera lady today. So guys, it's Saturday, Facebook Live. We're here at the University of Sewing, which is in beautiful Bloomington, Indiana. It's a little rainy today, so maybe people think it's not quite so beautiful today, but that's a perfect day to stay in, to do some sewing, maybe work on some of those Christmas projects.
Hi from Michigan. Linda.
And what was that, Kat?
Linda from Michigan.
Linda, oh, good morning, Linda. Thank you for joining us. Before we get too far, somewhere I have tucked away in my stash of goodies here today a giveaway. For those of you that are new, we appreciate so much that you watch. It really does mean the world to our little small local business. We appreciate even more when you share our video, because that means other people are going to find us, and it's really kind of cool. We've got Linda from Michigan watching.
Kathy Neal.
Kathy, who's a local lady. We have Debbie on the West Coast, usually Elaine on the East Coast, and all points in between. And it's really kind of cool because even though those ladies are not here, they're definitely part of our University of Sewing family, and we appreciate them and all of our new friends. So if you are new, welcome. We're glad you're here. I mentioned we're in Bloomington. That means we're at the home of Indiana University. There's a football game today, guys. Are you staying in to watch? Does that help? That's a little better, huh? So we want to say, go Hoosiers, go IU. We also want to say, as my husband says, go Trains to the Purdue Boilermakers. They're playing today also. I pulled out some of our local college-themed fabrics. Maybe you are working on some Christmas presents for somebody you know that's either at IU or Purdue. We have lots of ties to both with the staff here, which is kind of cool. Guys, these would make really cute quilts. You could do all kinds of fun things, even just pillowcases, you know, something simple to send off to that college kid. I know that our kids have always appreciated getting any little thing in the mail. So just a thought there. And if you're thinking about doing a quilt, this one's really cute. This is called Varsity Quilt. And of course, it's got some great IU colors, but you could do it in any colors. And if you've already got something, you know, maybe you have some other IU print or a different Purdue print and you want to come in and match some things, we love to do that and would be super excited to help you out with that. I'm going to back up a little bit, guys. I got distracted talking about sharing, and thank you to everybody who's watching, but I didn't tell you what we do with the sharing. So when you share our video, and you have to let us know in the comments that you shared, we put your name in a drawing. And every Friday for Facebook Live and every Saturday for Facebook Live, we have a goodie that we give away, and we pull the names out of the hat of those who have shared. And if you're here in town, we set it aside for you. If you're not here in town, we'll ship it out to you guys. So it really is okay. So today's giveaway is this really sweet little piece of fabric. And I think this one's either a yard or a half yard, guys. This is not a fat quarter. This is a nice, generous piece. But it's a cute sewing theme. Look how cute that is. It's a really pretty kind of an aqua-y blue color. It's got some measurements on it. Really cute. You could do a lot with that. I think a bag, the inside of a bag would be really fun with this. Give me a cute border. Do you need a little curtain or a skirt or something for in your sewing room, maybe to hide some of those goodies? I could use one of those too. So be sure to share. Let us know in the comments, otherwise we don't know. And then we'll put your name in the hat for that. So we'll keep going here. Back to our themes. So we want to say go Hoosiers, go Boilermakers, go get them, guys. Congratulations to our local football teams who are playing sectional football games last night. We love to cheer on the local teams around here too. There's always so much going on here in town, which is kind of cool, but there's always a lot going on at the University of Sewing. Margaret mentioned yesterday the some of the fantastic sales that Bernina has got going on. Oh my goodness, the Garden of Sales thing goes through the end of December. And then the Black Friday event, November 18th through
30th.
the 30th. Yeah, so it's not quite just the Black Friday. It's a very generous Black Friday. But guys, you can even get free machines in there. If you buy one, get one free kind of thing. So all of the information for those are on our website, universityofsewing.com. Be sure to check that out. You can give us a call if you have any questions. If you want to come in and test drive something, we love to do that. We love the machines. We love to show you what we like to do with them. And we get excited about playing with them, so we know that you will too. So let us know if you have any questions about those. We also have another sale going on here in the shop. Since it is November, guys, that means Christmas is right around the corner.
50 days.
50 days, Pat just told me. I actually have started my Christmas shopping. That never happens. Have I started my Christmas sewing? No, that won't happen until like 2 weeks before. So then you'll see me panicked, but that's okay. I don't want you to panic. Are you looking for some Christmas ideas? I've got a couple for you today. We have on sale for the entire month of November our fantastic selection of flannel fabrics. They are 25% off. And guys, these are not the flannels that you see in the big box stores. Some of those are really thin. They shrink up a great deal when you wash them. That's not what these are. These are really nice quality. They feel nice. And of course, flannel, when you wash it, does get a little softer, a little squishier. I kind of like that. We have a couple examples of some things you can do with your flannels. Here's one of my favorites. This was a quilt we did a little while ago. This is called Cheese and Crackers. And this quilt screams to me picnic, you know, like a fall picnic or maybe a football game. Wouldn't it be nice?
Warm up with that flannel
on a
at the
chilly day,
bleachers.
right? Snuggle up in that. You could even add a couple extra borders, make it a little bigger and snuggle everybody in maybe. Just a thought. I think this one's really cute. And I'm anxious to see it washed because I love that effect when quilts are washed, and especially, of course, the flannel. Kind of a tip, if you're going to use your flannel for anything, definitely wash it first. Wash it the way you intend to wash it. I think it's okay to wash it maybe a little more harshly so that if it is going to shrink up, you have no surprises after your project is done, because that would be really, really disappointing. So we do have a nice selection of flannels here in the shop. Pat and I pulled out just a little sampling. There's tons of them online. Be sure to check that out or come in and visit. We'd be happy to show you where they are. This one is really sweet. Look at this guy with the little pink foxes. And it's kind of a minty green color. It's not really a blue, it's more of a green. So I hope that's coming through in the video okay for you to see. Really cute though. And there are a couple coordinates for that one also. Look at that one. Cute little snowflakes.
'Tis the season.
It'll be here before we know it. The snow, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but I like that. That gets me very excited. Oh, look at these sweet little bunnies.
Something you could make pre-Easter.
You could, or, you know, gosh, if you know anybody who's got little babies, they can never have enough blankets. No. Because you've got them in the wash, you've got them in the crib, you've got them in the car, you forgot the one in the car. Even in the summertime, if you're going in the store, they have the air conditioners on so high that it's so cold. I always had a blanket for my kids. And the flannel ones are great because they're not super big and bulky, but they are warm and snuggly. And who doesn't want that, right? I think I'd look a little silly going shopping with a warm and snuggly blanket, but I don't know, maybe I should try it. This is one of the ones that's in our quilt behind me. A nice traditional plaid. And here's a couple others. This gray I love. Now this one, is it in that one? No, it's not in that particular one, but it's in that same line.
I liked it though.
And you know what? Think of this one.
I thought of checkers, but that's a big checkerboard.
You know what? I see it as a scarf.
Oh, I like a scarf.
Make a pretty snuggly scarf. You can even monogram. The print on it is big enough that you could monogram somebody's initials for something extra special and personalized. Just a thought, guys. Of course, some nice solids. We've got to have some red. And this one I love. Good classic red and white. I like a two-tone anything. I think two-tone quilts probably are my favorite. A blue and white and red and white. And then, of course, some more traditional, softer colors. a nice manly blue. Not that we ladies couldn't use that. And this green one, this is another one that makes me think scarf.
Yeah.
So with all of these flannels, and like I said, we have so many more here in the shop, what are you going to do with them? Quilts are good, right? Everybody likes a good quilt. Baby blankets are awesome. Can't go wrong there, especially if you've got a gift you need to do. Let's talk about some quilts. Here's the cheese and crackers. This one, guys, goes together pretty quickly. You do have to pay attention to the pattern. I know that I had to do some ripping out because I turned things around, but that was my error. That was not the pattern. I just simply wasn't paying attention. That attention to detail is really important. So that's a good one to do, and it does go together quickly. This is another one that uses that same line of flannels. It's a little more challenging, and you do have some points in here with the flannel. And I will say flannel can be a little stretchy. So if you're concerned about that, try not to overhandle it, especially those pieces with the points that are on the bias, because they're really going to want to stretch on you. And a good tip that I've heard, I haven't tried it, but I think probably would work, is go ahead and hit those pieces with some starch. And that will help to hold them in shape, excuse me, while you're making it do what you want it to do and to turn it into that block. When you're using flannels for a quilt, you can use any pattern you want. And Margaret has said so many times lately, remember, a pattern is just the beginning point. It's just the suggestion. Take a look at it and see how you want to make it your own. Those are always my favorite projects, where I start with somebody else's idea and then I add something of my own. For flannels, I would not do something that was particularly a lot of piecing. I wouldn't do teeny tiny pieces, and I probably wouldn't do a whole lot of points if I could avoid it. I just feel like it's a little easier, it'll go together faster, and you may enjoy the process a little more. So with that in mind, I pulled a couple other options, maybe to give you some ideas. This one is called Sticks and Stones. And again, I think this one would be really cute in those favorite team colors, whether it's your college team, your professional team. You could do it, it shows actually a couple different colorways on the back. And this one is beginner friendly. So it's a great one to start. And I hear our friends coming in this morning. So even if you're not a beginner, obviously this is one that you could whip out pretty quickly. It's really just those squares and rectangles. Another one, keeping with the rectangle theme, this one's called High Rise. This one would be fun to do in so many different fabrics, but definitely the flannel would be really easy just to whip it out. It's got different sized rectangles just to add some variation. And think about how snuggly that would be. I love that. I've got one more for you, kind of in that theme. Same kind of idea, and again, would be beautiful in any combination of fabrics, whether you're using traditional quilting cottons or our lovely flannels that we're talking about today. Kind of cute, don't you think? I like them. So those are just a few ideas of some quilts that you could do with the flannels, or of course any of our others. But what else could you do? Maybe you're not a quilter. Well, if you're not a quilter, why not? Quilting is awesome. We have snacks. Come join us. Come over to the quilty side, right? Maybe you're a garment maker, and that's awesome, in which case I think that's really, really cool. That's not entirely a skill set that I have, though I am working on that, but I have some ideas for you too. We talked a little bit about a scarf. There are some great simple patterns out there, some infinity scarves. I've made a couple with the pocket that is inside, which is great if you've got a phone or keys you want to tuck in there. Those are great little gifts too. Maybe you need something for the babysitter. You just want to whip something up. It's a fun idea too. But we've also got, Pat and I went on a scavenger hunt this morning. We were looking for what kind of patterns would work well with flannels if you didn't want to do a quilt, if you didn't want to do a scarf, you want something a little more challenging. We came up with some cool things. So of course there's always the traditional button-down shirt. This is not quite the traditional button-down shirt. It's sort of a variation on that. But it might be a way to kind of update that idea. Maybe you don't quite want the whole lumberjack look, but you want to wear that flannel. And of course, if you did this in solid, you don't have to do it in plaid, guys. Flannel comes in more than plaid. I know, shocking, right? We've also got this one. This one kind of the same idea. It's a short sleeve. So if it were me, I probably would make the sleeves longer. If I'm wearing flannel, I'm probably thinking cool things, but that's an idea too. Pat and I also talked about the idea of pajamas and flannel. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Every year I kind of have this idea of, you know, doing jammy bottoms for my family. That's a lot of jammy bottoms in my house, so it hasn't happened yet, but maybe someday I'll actually accomplish that. Who knows? In the meantime, I have some ideas for you guys. Look how cute this one is. A little fuzzy.
Oh, in the doll outfit.
Aww, matching, right?
Oh, goodness.
Can't you just
Gorgeous.
see the Christmas morning picture in front of the tree before the chaos of unwrapping everything and these sweet little jammies and your beautiful little favorite faces in them? I love that idea. This one is not a jammy pattern, but think outside the box. Remember, the pattern is just a starting point. Just a simple little dress pattern. You could add a little ruffle on it if you wanted. You could add some applique or some embellishment, maybe a pretty little trim, and you could make it an adorable Christmas nightie. I even see like the little stocking cap. I think that would be cute to go with it. And then, so those are for the little guys, right? What about for us grown-ups? We need something too, because we like flannel. Well, how about something like these? The free range slacks. These are really cute. They look so comfy, just that really loose, flowy shape. And again, imagine that in a flannel that you have washed already. You might not want to get out of your jammies. That could be a problem, but it's a great way to sew. Sew in your jammies, right? Got a couple more for you. So this one, again, not something maybe that you would think about flannel. It's not a jammy pattern, but when Pat and I both saw this, we had the same idea. This is our Swing Style Sensations pattern. These would be cute in the flannel. Might be cute to wear to the football game or something. But look at this one, guys. Don't you see a robe out of that? I do. It's sort of like that magic eye painting thing that used to be around. Can you see what I see in this picture? I see a cute robe. This would be a lot of fun, and I don't think this one is too difficult to make. It looks like something maybe I could do. Even a non-garment sewist could probably put this one together. Now, if you are kind of that perfect intersection of quilter and garment sewist, I've got an idea for you. This is, we have a couple of these here in the shop. Alice has made some. We've had a couple, I don't know if we've had any classes on this one or not, but we've had several customers make this one. And they are so gorgeous, and they feel so stinking cozy. How about the to patch or not to patch jacket? Now the one we have here in the shop is made out of some beautiful quilting cotton. It's got a little bit of metallic to it. It's some really sweet light colors, kind of a periwinkle color with some gold. And when I tried it on, it's so perfect. It fits really well. And I really just kind of picture sitting outside watching the kids do something, whether it's a football game or, you know, just hanging out with them. But that one, to me, is a little dressy for that. But to imagine a version of that in flannel, oh my goodness, it's making me miss my days when we would go camping in the fall.
Oh,
right? Can't you see hanging out at the campground with your lovely flannel quilted jacket on? It's even got a hood, guys. So what do you think? What ideas do you have for flannel? Do you love working with flannel? Do you think, ugh, no, flannel's not my thing? And I get it. Maybe some of you watching where the weather's a little warmer, flannel may not be your thing. I get it. But all of these, of course, will work with things that are not flannel. So that's okay. So just a reminder, the flannel sale goes from now until the end of November. It is 25% off. That's a really good deal. And again, it's a really nice quality flannel. Most of what I have here, I've seen Riley Blake or Robert Kaufman. You guys know those names in the quilting world. Those are good quality things. You're going to be really happy with your finished product. Guys, that's what I've got for you today. Pat and I are going to open up the shop and see if we can sell, I don't know, 10, 12 machines today. Is there one that you like?
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in. We're going to start a line out front and, you know, set up those delivery dates for Dave when he gets back. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Stay warm, stay dry where you are. Go cheer on your team. Get some sewing done. Thanks again for watching. don't forget to share. Really, really important. And check out that website, universityofsewing.com. We'll see you all next week.